Hello, my name is Kaylin Persh, and this is my subject today. This is my husband. His name is Noah, and we will be practicing some pressure training. So my first question for you before we warm up is, do you know what pressure training is?
Nope.
Okay, so just a quick rundown. Pressure training, basically I will implement some sort of stimulus to create pressure for you to reach a goal or reach something in order to get what I expect out of you. Does that make sense? So our first example, we will be doing 5 to 6 trials. We'll play it by ear. The first trial is going to be a 100-meter dash, and I'm going to give you a specific goal time to reach. And if you do not reach that goal time, there will be a punishment, and for your punishment, it will be 10 burpees. So that is our first example. I will explain them as we're doing them as well. But first, I'm going to lead him in a warm-up. So your warm-up is going to be a 200-meter jog, and then I will have you do some drills down and back for about 10 to 20 meters, okay? All right, that's the first thing. All right, so my subject is running his 200 meters, and while he's doing this, I'm going to try my best to kind of explain the trials. So we are going to have 5, possibly 6 trials where I'm going to implement different sorts of pressure training, which I'm super excited for. The first one is being he has to reach 20 seconds. I warned him about this yesterday, and he's a little bit stressed about that, but the intention is for him to not reach it so he can get that punishment and to see if the time is affected regardless. He is not a trained runner, so the goal is 20 seconds, but if that is just out of his capacity right now, then I will bump up the time to 25 seconds. So this pressure training will have trial and error, which is a good practice for me as a coach, to help lead and gauge different times, because I'll be working with athletes who are all across different sorts of athletic capabilities and athletic levels. So yeah. All right, Noah just finished his 200-meter jog, so I'm going to run you through a few drills. The first one is just walking heel to toe, so you can go from this triangle to that yellow mark right there. Heel to toe. Nice job. Nice. And go ahead and side shuffle the same way back. Thank you. All right, my subject is almost at the 100 start line. So for the pressure in this, I will be having him try to reach 20 seconds. And if he doesn't, I already said this, but he will do 10 burpees. And to add a little bit of my twist onto this, we are going to see the difference between trials with me not saying a word. So I'm not giving him any times as he crosses or anything like that. I am not even cheering for him. He'll cross the line, and then after he catches his breath, I will tell him his time. So looks like we're about ready to start. All right, ready? Ready, go! I think he had a late start, so we'll see. It's so hard not to cheer for him. .75 seconds, so that's a lot faster than we expected from him. What do you think your time was?
25 seconds.
17.75 seconds.
Oh.
So, quick question. Do you like burpees?
No.
So, with my assumption, I'm assuming having that stimulus would make him run faster to reach that time. All right, my subject, Noah, he is making his way down to the 100 start. His different pressure training is going to be, he has to basically, we're gonna do descending, since he was well under the 20-second time. His new goal is going to be, he has to run faster than his previous time. And if he doesn't, because it will be difficult to, then he will have to do 10 burpees. So he really does not like burpees. So I think this will push him. And with this time, I'm going to add my own little tweak on it, and I'm going to cheer him on this time. So last time I didn't say time, and I didn't cheer him on. I didn't say anything. This time I'll cheer him on. So yeah. Okay. All right. Ready? Go. Let's go. You got this. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Finish it. Finish it. Come on. Come on, all the way. You want to beat your time? Getting close. Ooh. 18.31 seconds, which means you have to do burpees. So we'll get him on those. You got it? Come on. We'll beat that time. We won't have to do these again. All right, I am very excited for this third trial just because he experienced the punishment, which I think will give him added pressure to not want to do another 10 burpees again. So I think that'll help him really kick this one into gear, and we will see what time he gets. I think he's going to run faster this time, and it has to be faster than 17.75 seconds. And with this one, I will be telling him at about the halfway point where he's at. So I think that will also be very helpful. And once he gets close to the line, probably where this triangle is, where the exchange zone, right there or so, I will be telling him, you know, about how much time he has. So I'm really excited for this one. I think this one is going to be a really good one for him. So, all right, just a reminder with this one, I'm telling him the times and I'm cheering him on. All right, ready, go. Let's go, come on. I think he's going faster. 8 seconds, come on, you should be halfway, let's go. 12, 13, 14, come on. 16. Ooh. 17.80. 0.05 of a second off. That's very close. Not close enough. All right, Noah we agreed to 5 burpees simply because he was 0.05 of a second off, so that was really close, but mainly because he was about 0.7 of a second faster than his prior one, which 0.7 in a 100 meter is a lot. So we did that for him, and I'm super thrilled. This is gonna be our last trial for him, and it's gonna be great. Alrighty, for this last trial, I will be running with him, and we are incorporating 2 pressures. One, he has to beat me, and I'm tweaking this because I am somewhat in shape runner. So my goal is to run right at 16, maybe 16 to 17 seconds. That way it would help him to beat his previous PR of 17.75, but also so he would beat me. So we're gonna see how this goes, but if he does not do either of them, then it's 10 burpees and 10 push-ups, and then if it's one or the other, then it's gonna be one. He can pick his punishment, either the burpees or the push-ups. So yeah. Okay. We finished. Okay, so I will be honest, this 4th one was sort of a flop. We ran 20.12 for Noah and 20.88 for me. So that means you get to pick your punishment, either 10 burpees or 10 push-ups. because we did not reach that 17.75. So you'll get to pick your punishment for not reaching the time. Push-ups it is. Good job. We'll do good next time. Hello guys, I am back for my 5-minute kind of explanation. So first, with the demands of training, some of the, I guess, expectations that I had as the coach were to, this goes without saying, but complete the race all the way through. So, you know, from start to finish for the 100s. The other ones are his first goal was to reach under 20 seconds. So it was for all trials, he needed to be under 20 seconds, which for all but one of them, he was. And for the first one specifically, it was with no cheering and no time. So he just went through and he actually ran his fastest time, 17.75 seconds. The next one was to reach under 17.75. So not only does he have to be under 20 seconds, but now I expected him to descend these 100s, so get faster each time. In a perfect world, he would cut, 0.2 of a second or so off of each one. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So his goal was to reach under 17.75 seconds for the remainder of the trials. So the 3 trials after his first one. And for our fourth one, it was fun because I got to run with him. His pressure was to beat me. So I had a time in my head that I was going to run. And so I tried to go that pace rather than me going all out, because I am a somewhat trained runner and he is not a runner. So to make it more realistic to him, I put a set timer in my mind, and I did not tell him, because if I did, that could have affected, him. Like if I said 12 seconds, obviously that's out of reach for me personally, but also obviously for him as well, considering his fastest one was 17.75 seconds. So the fourth one was to just beat me. So those were the 4 different kind of trials or pressure that I added. Now for his consequences, I kind of kept these the same. I just kind of maybe added on or tweaked them a little bit. So almost every time it was, all right, if you did not complete what I told you to do, you had to do 10 burpees. And respectfully, I have not met a single person who likes burpees. So, and 10 burpees is a lot, especially after you're winded after a 100. So after that, it was 10 burpees. So his first one, he was fine. He didn't have to do anything. He got under the 20 seconds, so he was free. He was scotch-free. For our second, third, and fourth trial, unfortunately, he had a punishment for each time. So for the first 2, the second one and the second and third one, he had to do 10 burpees after he finished. And for our fourth one, it was since we had 2 pressures, I had 2 consequences. So it was go faster than your 17.75 and beat me. I tried to let him win at the finish, so we kind of went with a combined punishment. So I had him do 5 push-ups and 5 burpees, or I gave him the option of one or the other, kind of like half and half. So we had him do that. So those were the consequences. And just a few extra kind of manipulations that I included, just kind of for, more or less my own benefit to get a little bit more out of this kind of study, was cheering versus not cheering. So the first one, I was silent. I didn't give him a time at halfway or a time through the finish line, and I did not cheer him on. In the video, I was standing there, I almost said something like, "Oh, Noah," but I was like, "Oh no, I'm not supposed to cheer him on for this trial." For the second one, second, third, fourth, it kind of went back and forth. So I guess the second one and third one, it was, I would cheer him on, but I wouldn't give him the time. And then the following was I would do both. So I would give him the time, at halfway, so he could kind of gauge like, oh, I need to pick it up, and then through the finish line as well, but also like cheering him on, which is very helpful. And something that's really helped him with was being adaptable, because we did have to change his workout throughout it. So as a coach, training high schoolers specifically, I'm going to have a lot of different levels to work with. So that really helped me to practice tailoring this to specific athletes, because it's going to be different for each athlete. So this was really fun, and I enjoyed this. And yeah, it was a good time.